Good morning to all of you. Mr. Kalin Charasin, Chairman of the Organizing Committee of the ASEAN Business Forum, and Secretary General of the Thai Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Arin Chira, Chairman of ABAC Thailand, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to congratulate the organizer of the ASEAN Business Forum for organizing this excellent series of this forum. The forum's objective is indeed highly laudable, promoting understanding of the ASEAN Economic Community, or the AEC, and its implication to businesses when the AEC is to be launched in 2015. The ASEAN community is a unique creation in this part of the world, born out of the mutual desire for peace and prosperity in our region. ASEAN member states' decision to join hands as a regional forum in 1967 has morphed today into an integrated and prosperous region equal in size to the seventh largest economy in the world. And by 2020, projections are that ASEAN as a whole could move up to a position equal to the fifth largest economy of the world. ASEAN began with a lot of earnest intentions and goodwill, but with very little resources to carry out its ambition. Nevertheless, more than 10 years ago, the member states presented and pressed on with its lofty goal of an ASEAN community, with the economic community founded on the premise of a single market and production base, and a competitive and outward-looking region. Today, the ASEAN House is already ready, and more than 80% of the measures under the three pillars are in place. The basic structure is thus ready, and there is just the need to put the finishing touches on the community by 2015. We are working hard, and it is our hope that by 2015, we will have a fully functioning entity that is well equipped to better facilitate business in improved environment for investors. And ASEAN integration efforts have a very strong foundation for a robust and collective and integrated ASEAN, which is also to properly take its place at the center of this global political and economic affairs. The timing of this annual forum is indeed very opportune, as we have just concluded the 25th ASEAN Summit. Over the past year, under the theme Moving Forward in Unity to a Prosperous, Peaceful Community, and under Myanmar's chairmanship, ASEAN has focused on implementing the remaining measures under the various community blueprints. In respect of the ASEAN Economic Community, ASEAN has been listening to its stakeholders and has focused a great deal on attention in the area of goods. Today, up to 90% of tariff lines of member states are already at zero, and focus has been also put on strengthening the institutional arrangement and management of a single market integration process, such as enhanced transparency, reducing non-tariff barriers and measures, and reinforcing trade facilitation through custom integration, creation of the ASEAN single window, and elimination of technical barriers to trade and standards, harmonization of technical regulations, and conformity assessment procedures. Non-tariff barriers and measures are an important issue for which ASEAN is already taking a great number of steps. Several initiatives have been put forward, and these include, for example, the realignment of the ASEAN non-tariff measures database with the new UNCTAD classification, the establishment of an interagency body at the national level in each member state to complement regional initiative on non-tariff measures, the uploaded matrix of actual cases on non-tariff measures and trade barriers into the ASEAN Secretariat website and the adoption of national and regional level work programs for non-tariff measures. Substantial progress has also been made in the development and implementation of the ASEAN single window and the national single windows. The ASEAN single window and the national single windows will provide a platform for seamless exchange of electronically transmitted trade-related documents among member states, streamline business processes and paper-based documentary requirements, and thus further reducing the time needed and the cost for the exportation and importation of goods, which is of great value to the business community. The pilot ASEAN custom transit system will be undertaken in Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, aimed at facilitating the movement of transit goods by road within ASEAN, and we have begun the development of the pilot system in October 2014. The pilot system development will take 18 months, followed by testing from April to October 2016. The self-certification system is also being developed as a trade facilitative, ensuring free flow of goods. And currently, there are 2 self-certification pilot projects. The first is being implemented by Brunei Darussalam, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, while the second is being taken by the Laopedia, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Cambodia, Myanmar, and Vietnam are in the process of joining the pilot projects. The 2 pilot projects will help build confidence in ASEAN member states and pave the way for the ASEAN-wide implementation of the self-certification system by 2015. Progress has also been made on harmonization of standards, focusing on the relevant sectors and subsectors of automotive, cosmetics, electrical and electronic equipment, prepared foodstuff and rubber-based products. And recently, the ASEAN Medical Device Directive was completed and signed by all member states at the 25th ASEAN Summit, actually the day before yesterday. The directive provides for the convergence of technical requirements for medical device products in ASEAN so as to make it easier to produce and sell these products in ASEAN. We have liberalized up to 80 subsectors of services sector, and the aim is to have most of the service sectors open up for investment by 2015. The services agreement is currently under review to make it up to date in line with ASEAN's services commitments. ASEAN has reviewed its investment rule to further liberalize investment and reduce the number of sectors in the negative list in accordance with our aim to make ASEAN a single investment destination. In terms of the outward orientation of ASEAN, we have already concluded 5+1 FTAs with China, Japan, India, Korea, and Australia, New Zealand. And negotiations have already commenced with Hong Kong towards the ASEAN-Hong Kong FTA. And at the same time, we are negotiating with our FTA partners a comprehensive economic partnership with the same countries. We are extremely confident that the result of this RCEP will be beneficial to the business community and elevate ASEAN and its relation with our dialogue partners as much to a higher level. There is a great stake in this for all of us, for ASEAN to achieve success in its integration efforts. The uncertain global economy and continued weaknesses in key Western economies are causes for concern. Within ASEAN, there is thus unwavering determination to keep pursuing regional integration efforts and to ensure a region that is stable and open for businesses. Toward this end, This year, ASEAN has also concentrated on strengthening the ASEAN institutions and ASEAN-led mechanisms for ASEAN to better meet the needs of the changing regional and global architecture and to maintain and enhance ASEAN centrality. A set of recommendations was accepted by the leaders to strengthen the ASEAN organs and the ASEAN Secretariat by enhancing the capacity and coordination capacity across the three pillars of the community by allocating adequate manpower and financial resources for the ASEAN Secretariat. In addition, during this Myanmar year, under this chairmanship under Myanmar, we have also been preparing for the post-2015 period. ASEAN has already identified the central elements of the post-2015 vision. These elements would form the basis for the further vision of the ASEAN community, and which will further promote ASEAN as a region of peace, stability, economic dynamism, social cohesion, as well as to ensure it remains an active player in both regional and global community. And for the economic community, ASEAN is determined to determine the need for the post-2015 scenario to span a 10-year period. And ASEAN will continue the process of developing the post-2015 vision. An action line expected to be further discussed under Myanmar's chairmanship next year under Malaysia chairmanship, in order to see this plan ready by the 27th ASEAN Summit. And the planning for the period for this post-2015 vision will be inclusive, and we will consult stakeholders to produce a credible and productive plan. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in this connection, in this process, we need and we count on your continued support to make the ASEAN economic community a resounding success. 2015 is a milestone that we have set to launch the AEC, but the journey will continue. And for ASEAN, integration and community building has been determined as a work in progress. By 2015, we will launch the ASEAN community, we will launch the ASEAN economic community, but the work will continue beyond 2015 with a view to ensure a process of comprehensive, concerted, and balanced process of integration. As you may be aware that even 2 summits ago, the leaders of ASEAN have adopted a political declaration on set a vision for ASEAN beyond 2015, and it is determined that beyond 2015 we'll continue with the process of integration, which is, as I mentioned, more comprehensive, concerted, and with it to ensure sustained progress on all the 3 pillars of the community, given the understanding that progress cannot be sustained on any of the community if we don't have progress on any other 2 of the community. And the idea is to ensure that the community we have Article 15, which will be continuing to strengthen on the 15, is really people-oriented and people-centered community. And your continued cooperation and strong partnership is essential to make ASEAN strong, productive, and mutually beneficial. And I look forward to your continued support and participation, and I wish the forum success. Thank you.